For 6 playoff drivers, a season's worth of work comes down to this. 500 laps at NASCAR's shortest track to decide who races for a Cup Series championship. It's the NASCAR Cup Series Playoffs from Martinsville, the Xfinity 500.
A little bit of polite teamwork between Gibbs' teammates as the youngster Ty Gibbs in that 54 gets a slow start, allowing Truex to the bottom.
Still a fight for that second spot as Gibbs has the preferred line on the inside. Denny Hamlin in the 11 trying to take that second spot away.
And while the bottom is preferred, you can make a little time up top, but the reason drivers are looking for the bottom is this is more work on that right rear tire of the Hamlin. That's the tire that gives up first. So right here he turns in, everything's okay, but as the 11 goes back to the gas, he has to work those outside tires a little harder on the outside of the racetrack.
We always hear the 6 degrees of separation. Well, we're riding along on the Coke Zero Sugar number 11 of Denny Hamlin. There is 0 degrees of separation from all the cars that he's racing around because he's either racing with a teammate or a car that, by the way, the 54, that's a teammate that just got in the back of him.
Marty, what do you have on William Byron?
Well, Jeff, he came in, William Byron did, with 6 wins to Martinsville here in the season of 2023, plus 30 above the cut line as well. So a lot of people had William Byron penciled into the championship 4, but the team did not qualify well, 16th, and they have not run well so far, just up 2 spots to 14th. I think it bears reminding everyone, Jeff, that Kevin Harvick came into this race 3 years ago, plus 42 above the cut line, did not advance to the championship 4 simply on speed. So that bears the question, should William Byron feel comfortable with that plus 30 margin above the cut line? He's already lost a lot so far early on.
You can't feel comfortable with anything at Martinsville. He came in with a big lead, but if he does not get stage points here, Hamlin running first, Truex running second. That's a lot of points that those guys could get. Blaney, he's running 7th with a fast car. Maybe he's going to even go further up. That, to me, could put William Byron in a difficult situation. He only got 1 stage point here in April, and he finished 23rd. So not great speed today, not great speed in the spring. They're going to have to find a way to get better.
Oh, man. That's about a wreck right there. Oh, it is going to be a wreck.
And it is around. The 48 goes around, and the caution will come out. You called it, Junior. Alex Bowman in the 48 was getting roughed up, and there was no give.
It started off turn 4. That wreck was a half a lap in the making.
So he tries to get back down in front of the 48, and the 48's getting a lot of help. The 3, 48 all get into the back of this 21, and just, I don't know if the 21's loose right there, but there's contact, and both cars sort of get behind on the steering and get turned around. And 7 comes in there. LaJoy makes contact. It just looks like the 21's a little loose, and that, as he gets sideways, it brings him down into the door of the 48.
3 was there, got into the back of the 21, couldn't get him straightened back out again. As we get ready to go back to racing, it'll be 19 to go in stage 1. Easily clearing that 19, but here comes Ryan Blaney in the 12. A great restart, trying to take second away.
That's a great way of defending that teammate work up front. If the inside lane doesn't go, you jump with the guy in the second row. Next thing you know, Blaney's in second.
And again, 18 laps away from paying points. 3 wide here as Logano's on the outside, Larson on the inside, and the 4 of Harvick in the middle. And it's been 3,136 days since Denny's last of his 5 wins here. That's 8 years and 7 months that the drought has been for Denny Hamlin as far as a win, but he's doing everything he can here in stage 1 as he's going to grab the most playoff points right there. Stage points going to Denny Hamlin. He'll win stage 1, his 8th stage win already this year, tied for the most. As the field comes back to green. Another great start for Hamlin. And a little contact there as the 19 got up into the 12. Blaney able to clear that 19 and hold on to second.
Everybody tries to get down to the bottom of the racetrack, and that presents opportunities for that outside groove if you stay committed to it. Everybody going to the bottom creates a lot of checkups, a lot of bottlenecking into the corner. You on the outside could just drive by all of that, but eventually you need to find that gap, that hole, and get down into that bottom groove.
We saw the 8 on pit road. He had a flat left front tire. That's why he had to come to pit road as the field was coming to green.
Oh, contact.
Byron got up into the 5 there as 5 was moving up, and once again, everyone fighting for real estate.
The tire and lock it up all the way in there, so he's trying to do a lot of different things there to minimize this situation. Unfortunately, he gets into the 45. We got a spin here with Ryan Newman turned around. Unfortunately, he gets into the 45. They actually had more contact down the straightaway, and now with this yellow.
Well, Tyler Reddick, I believe, is scored as the highest lap down car. He's probably going to get the free pass in this situation to put him back on the lead lap. So the caution comes out at an opportune time for him.
So the 20 car down here in the corner, let's see. It's like a little bit of contact right there, just gets Ryan turned around.
And Blaney making up the front row. 25 to go in stage 2. 35 laps remaining here as Hamlin is able to clear that 12 of Blaney. Now we'll see how hard he fights back. Looking to the inside, Blaney as they go into 3. Blaney to his inside. Fight is on between the 11 and 12.
Little contact right there. 11 up the racetrack. More contact here off turn 2.
13 laps remain in stage 2. And again, 2 spots available for the championship for Ryan Blaney. Trying to lock up one of those spots as he is out front and hopefully gaining the 10 points at the end of stage 2. Top 10 all earned stage points. And right now, 2 playoff drivers running 1 and 2, Blaney and Hamlin. As they're running, they are above the cut line.
They have got great speed. Every Stewart-Haas car right now is running 11th or better. So really good speed from SHR, and Briscoe is hungry, and he is right on Hamlin's bumper.
Last lap of stage 2. See Briscoe a little up the racetrack there. Hamlin running in that second spot. But Blaney is going to try to grab these 10 points, the stage points, get a little closer to that championship 4. Ryan Blaney, his 4th stage win here, 6th in 2023. He will win the stage. Hamlin, green flag back in the air as we're underway with the final stage. Blaney on the inside. Hamlin fighting on that outside. New players into the picture as contact is made into turn 3. Blaney's able to hang on to it, but Hamlin already roughing him up.
Denny was trying to get in behind the 12 and just misjudged it, clipping the right rear quarter panel down the back straightaway, and man, it took a while for that 12 to settle down.
We've seen the frustration out of Blaney.
I think just a simple mistake by Denny. Obviously, a lot on the line here, so you gotta. It's a game of inches.
Are in kind of a must-win situation, and so they're both fighting for every spot that they can get and trying to get toward the front. Right now, it's Blaney who's been out front as the caution comes out. We see Ty Gibbs and that 54. The flames coming out of the pipes until he can refire it. Get her on. There he goes.
He was having such a great day. Got shipped into turn 3 by Logano.
Ty Gibbs maybe moves him out of the way right here. Pretty simple. Martinsville racing. Now we're going to go down into turn 1. Hocevar is going to go into the back. And watch this. I'm going to hook you. Wow. And we know that Hocevar has a habit of doing that. And I think he's trying to work on it. But when you come into the Cup Series and do that, you're going to get some hard lessons from these guys.
Coming up on 190 laps remaining from Martinsville. Blaney on the inside, Hamlin on the outside, and Bubba Wallace and Logano making up row 2. Again, the driver of the 11 is also the co-owner of the 23, the car that's on his inside. How long will the patience play off? That was another one of the keys, and around goes one car. Looks like the 34 And so Michael McDowell spins and brings the caution out.
Yeah, that 5 in the 1 battle had a whole line of cars sort of checked up.
In the corner, almost looked like, you know, he just ran out of room, like just a typical Martinsville deal. The 34 of McDowell didn't give him much room at all.
Yeah, McDowell ran him a little tight. Once the contact was made, the 43 turns right to save himself, right? Up the track and then turns the 34 around.
Oh, it looks like we might have an issue with our pace car.
Yeah, it's pulled up to the top of the racetrack, and now it's starting to move here. I'm not sure exactly what was going on. They're struggling to get the car to move. We have a cleanup truck pacing the front of the field, so we have that under control. But, yeah, it just pulls up to the top. I don't know.
And these drivers are they're trying to figure out what to do because they have to follow the pace car.
I mean, Chase is like, I don't want to pass you, but man,
Right.
I don't think I'm allowed to stop right here.
Has been swapped out for the backup as we get ready for the restart. A couple different cars up front here with Chase Elliott and Corey LaJoie bringing the field back to the green. So much still on the line.
Top 3 cars pitted on lap 305.
On that high line, he's been running it quite a bit, keeping the momentum up. But Almirola with that preferred line along the curb. We'll see if he can complete the pass. They stay door to door.
Eric ran him down pretty quickly. I think once he gets clear right here, he's going to be able to drive away, settle into a rhythm.
The gap was over 1.5 seconds, and Almirola closed that gap quickly and has been able to take over the top spot here at Martinsville.
Already put a little nice gap between him and the 9, taking the pressure off. Chase Elliott now struggling a little bit.
Yeah, Martinsville action, you see Haley up the racetrack a little bit. Contact with LaJoie.
And then Hamlin. Here comes the 14 of Chase Briscoe. He throws it inside of that 7.
Well, with Hamlin passing the 7 and Byron losing a spot to Truex down to 3 points. 3 points is what separates the 24 and the 11 from a championship 4 run.
How many more? Give me a number. We got to finish in this spot, no matter what. Or forward. How did it change so fast? We're still +3, but as farthest he can go forward, this is our spot. We're still +3.
The farthest he can go forward is Denny Hamlin. That's the car that he's worried about. Ryan Blaney wins. He is still in a good position, but you can feel the tension down here, Steve, as teams are doing the math.
Well, yeah, and it's been a long run. Minds are exhausted, drivers are exhausted, tires are worn out. One little slip can be your entire season, right? We talk about 3 points, you're fine. But we just saw the 34 slow in the backstretch because he got out of the groove. If that happened to the 24 car, could 3 points catch him?
A couple car lengths there between the 2.
And this is when, Steve, you had mentioned you thought those guys that came at lap 305, they may have to be coming to pit road here soon. That includes the 9 of Chase Elliott.
Yeah, I think he's only a few laps away. And up top, you see the 12 bearing down on the 10 of Almirola.
For the lead. And does he put the bumper to him?
I think he might look to the outside here. He's made a lot of passes there. Look, down into turn 1. He's going to give it a shot. Can he get to that outside? He's right there to the quarter panel. The 10 has to lift on corner exit. Can't finish the throttle. That gives the momentum to the 12.
Into 3 and 4. They're door to door. Coming up on Harrison Burton in the 21. Blaney takes the lead away. 22 to go.
He's one of those cars that pitted on lap 325. Getting a little bit of fuel and pulling away, so that begs the question: do all the cars that pitted at 325 have the fuel retard?
Well, and you got to remember, you know, these fueling systems are slower than the past cars, so we assume that they're all full, but that could be an assumption. Maybe the 45's behind. When you take 2 tires, you don't have the time to put as much fuel in it as you think, so we will see. I haven't seen a lot of chatter on the radio from the leaders concerned about fuel.
Under 3 laps. Do you have 1.5 miles of fuel left? That's the question now. 0.5 mile of fuel is what Ryan Blaney needs. Less than that now. As he works his way through the final turns, Ryan Blaney is going to win his way into the championship 4. He wins at Martinsville.
Yeah, baby. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. Awesome job, man. Let's go race for a championship. So proud of everybody, man. Good job.
The helmet's about to come off. For Ryan Blaney, let's go down and chat with him with Marty.
Rick, Ryan Blaney grew up in High Point, North Carolina. It's only about an hour from Martinsville Speedway. It's his home track, and he punches his ticket into the championship 4. They won at the round of 12 at Talladega, NASCAR's biggest track, and they win in the round of 8 at NASCAR's smallest track. Blaney will race for a title this year.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.